Hey, what's going on, everybody? Lawrence Michael, owner-operator of RMR, that's Remediation, Maintenance, and Restoration. Real quick video. I'm doing some post-remediation air sample testing at a place in Wilmington. We didn't do the remediation, so we're doing the pre- and post-remediation air sample testing to confirm the work was done completely and correctly. It wasn't. The air sample test is still running up on the second floor. This was a basement, first floor, second floor, an outside control sample, and then a blank corrected sample, so it's 5 total samples. But those of you that have seen our videos in the past know when you do a remediation on floor joists and decking in a crawl space or basement, you have to wire brush, HEPA vacuum, sanitize, and encapsulate all the floor joists and decking, all the concrete foundation walls, decontaminate the area, so HEPA vacuum and wipe your way out. And I just wanted to give you guys a look at what this crawl space looks like. So we're in the crawl space now. These are the floor joists and decking. This should be a thick white color, and I wish I could get a better look for you because it is dark down here, there's no lights, but see how you can see wood through that? It should be a thick white color. You shouldn't be able to see any wood grain in this at all. See how you can see the wood grain in there? It's not 10 mils thick per the manufacturer's specifications. So not only is this not thick enough on the encapsulant to inhibit mold growth, they didn't do anything with the block walls. They didn't HEPA vacuum anything. Look at the floor. There's dust and dirt all over the floor. So they obviously didn't HEPA vacuum anything or HEPA vacuum their way out. Let's see. Again, more floor joists and decking that aren't encapsulated correctly. Down here, it's like this all the way down. So like I said, I did the air sample test down here. Let's go look at the first floor because it's atrocious there too. I don't know if you can tell with the flashlight, all the dust. See that? See my flashlight? Look at all the dust and dirt and spores and everything else flying around in here. But yeah, this was HEPA vacuumed and sanitized, Look at this. On these steps here, this is mold growth here. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a good amount of mold growth there. Look at that. Mold growth there. All the way up this piece of wood. I hope you guys can make this out on the video. Look at all this stuff flying around. And look over here. So we're on the first floor now. None of this is encapsulated at all. Again, look at all this dust and dirt and spores flying around. So none of this has been HEPA vacuumed, sanitized, encapsulated, nothing. I mean, there's a good amount of mold growth here. Definitely here. And then let's go look up on the second floor. I have a couple more minutes before the air sample test up on the second floor is done. And then I'll go do my outside control sample. So up here on the second floor, you can hear the air sample test with the air sample pump running. So we're gonna stay away from that. You don't wanna affect the results. So we'll just stay over here. But you can see they did encapsulate these floor joists and decking. But again, super thin, not 10 mils thick. It probably wasn't treated beforehand. So it probably wasn't wire brushed, HEPA vacuumed, or sanitized. You can see all kinds of water staining, because it's not 10 mils thick. They didn't take any screws out. I mean, look at this. So they didn't take any nails or screws out. So there's still pieces of drywall up here. So how could you possibly treat and encapsulate the floor joists and decking when you didn't even take the nails and screws out? How could you possibly treat underneath though? I mean, it's crazy. Again, look at the dust and dirt on the floor here. So again, obviously didn't HEPA vacuum. I mean, look at all this stuff here. They obviously didn't HEPA vacuum or sanitize their way out. So that's about it. I just wanted to give you guys a look at another company's remediation compared to ours. It's important when you have a remediation or restoration or mitigation, whatever you need to have done, whatever indoor air quality issue you're dealing with done, hire a company that'll do it correctly, look at their scope of work, make sure their scope of work that they're going to be doing adheres to the IICRC's S520 mold remediation standard. Don't just hire the cheapest company, because now, I'm going to do this post air sample test and get it an analysis done by EMSL Analytical, and I'm not sure what the air sample test will show, but it's not passing a visual inspection. So they're going to be back redoing everything again. And do you think if they didn't do it right the first time, they're going to be upset and come back and do it right the second time? You think that's going to happen? So just have a company come in, do it correctly the first time. It may cost more money, but at least you're done with it. You don't have to worry about tenants in the house after you rent it out. You don't have to worry about selling a home and then having liability later on because you didn't address it correctly. So just public service announcement, make sure it's done correctly. I'll keep you guys updated on what happens. As always, if anybody has any indoor air quality issues, definitely give us a call. Check us out on all of our social media platforms. I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you on the next video.